We're having a crazy cold winter here in Michigan in 2014. Temperatures are averaging about 15 degrees below normal. A year ago, they were about 30 degrees above normal. Just a crazy shift in the weather, and we can blame it on the jet stream. Normally the jet stream blows straight west to east, and it marks the boundary between warm air to the south, cold air to the north. But every now and then you get what's called a very negative phase of the Arctic Oscillation, which means the jet stream slows down and it does these large meandering loops. And when it does one of those big loops and allows cold air to spill southwards out of Canada, we get one of these incredibly cold winters here in Michigan.
We are looking at December and right up until just a few days ago. And here's the pocket of colder air, same projection, northern hemisphere, the pocket of colder air in North America and reaching down into the U.S.
But on the converse side, you get compensating ridges of high pressure bulging up on either side, and over California and Alaska, they're having record warm weather.
At the same time, Washington State, some of the warmest January highs ever recorded, well up into the 50s and 60s.
It got warm in the state today. Check this out. Seward hit 61 degrees.
Europe and Russia and China and the Pacific Ocean and the northern part of the North Pole, essentially the Arctic regions, you've got a huge area of warmer than average temperature.
So if you average it all out, we're well above normal for the northern hemisphere for any time of year. We're almost a degree Fahrenheit above normal. Just super cold here in Michigan.
Chief, it seems a little unusual in January to have a fire this intense. We understand the drought continues.
This is the third year of an ongoing drought in Southern California, and we've kept records as it relates to rainfall for over 100 years, and this is the driest year on record.
It's the driest and deepest drought on record in much of the west and southwest, and getting worse fast. In just the past week, one estimate of extreme drought for California more than doubled, from 27 to nearly 63% of the entire state.
Basically the same pattern, jet stream up to the north, and then this big ridge of high pressure has built in.
The jet stream is so far to the north, taking the storms up and over that ridge, so that's why we're not getting the much needed rain and snow that we so desperately need in California.
I was shocked when I saw the difference in snow cover from last year at this time. It's 20% of what it should be. Water that's necessary for drinking and for agriculture.
We've got a huge ridge, or a big northward swing in the jet stream up into Alaska that caused rain to happen for the first time on the north slope of Alaska in December. They've never seen rain happen before. So this ridge is pumping a lot of warm air up there.
This is the outland of the United States. There's the West Coast, there's Mexico, there's the Yucatan, Florida, and the eastern seaboard here. So this highlighted area, that is a dip in the jet stream, an upper-level trough, diving southward here.
And then the jet stream dips down on the other side of the ridge, on the east side, over California from the northwest, bringing no rain. This is contributing to California's very, very dry year that they've been having.
Severe to extreme drought, central and southern Rockies to the west coast.
Then the jet stream continues on its path into the middle of the country, dipping well south, allowing Arctic air to periodically come down from the north and invade the middle and eastern parts of the United States and Canada.
Things are freezing on my body that I didn't even know were possible to freeze.
The mainstream media sort of picked up on the term polar vortex.
You're going to debunk those people who don't believe there is such a thing as a polar vortex.
Well, a lot of folks have been saying there's no such thing as a polar vortex, and that it's some left-wing media conspiracy.
They've got to find a way to attach this to the global warming agenda. And they have. It's called the polar vortex. Well, they just created it for this week.
This is from my textbook from college, the Glossary of Meteorology from the American Meteorological Society, copyright 1959, okay? And here we go. Take a look right here, okay? Polar vortex, there it is.
And then it continues off across the Atlantic, doing some more big gyrations north and south and causing things like the very stormy December period they had in the UK.
We're taking the precaution of closing the Thames barrier to protect the Thames and London.
The relentless battering of Britain's western coasts continued overnight. Further up the Welsh coast, Aberystwyth seemed to be hit by an explosion of water as waves not just breached the seawall, but demolished it.
But can we say this is connected to climate change? No. But it is completely consistent with the kinds of patterns that we expect to see happen more frequently as the Arctic continues to warm.
Talking about those warm temperatures, yesterday it hit 52 in Denali Park, highest temperature ever in a January.
Wow.
So very, very warm across the state.
What the heck's going on?
Record breaking.
Bizarre. All right. Thanks, Tracy.